Welcome to the PanTerra D'Oro Private Society, GEMSTONE University website. I'm here to welcome you to have a look at our website, our society, and our university. My name is Kenneth Scott, and I am one of the co-founders of the PanTerra Society, as well as the initiator of the GEMSTONE University and the GEMSTONE Media Alliance concept. This video will give you a brief introduction to who and what we are. First of all, we are a private society. What does that mean? It means that what we do is within the confines of our own private contract association. By private contract, we establish our own private jurisdiction. That does not mean we are intending to be or stating we are a country or a nation, but as a private society, we do have hundreds of years of lawful precedent and the capacity that we have taken and embodied and integrated in the expression of our society to basically create our own private jurisdiction. It is by private contract, which is a right that is protected in many different ways. It is a right of private association. So as a private contract association, within and as a private society, what we do is not available to the public. So if you are interested in what we do and you would like to join us, you must first enroll as a member. Here on the GEMSTONE University site, there is a box up here that says Join Now. That is your entry into becoming a member of the private society and having access to the full content within GEMSTONE University. GEMSTONE University is our educational model. It is an online virtual system that provides our members with a multiple amount of choices and directions to educate themselves in very important and key subjects that relate to our life here in this world and how we can use that education to better our lives, better our families, our communities, and our society and the world as a whole. Our educational process is based on essentially 3 layers. Layer 1 is what we call the GEM courses. GEM as in General Educational Membership. You can see that as an undergraduate level for our members. In the GEM courses, we have a full spectrum of courses covering many subjects in history, law, money, monetary structures, the history of corporations, how corporations are formed, what is a corporation, what is the difference between a public entity as a corporate construction and a private organization or entity. That leads us to the point of what is the difference between public and private. As I described, we are a private society. What does that mean in relationship to most people's interaction with the public world and the public system? These are the things that our GEM courses will teach you as a member if you choose to join us. How does money work? How is banking structured within the context of law, legal structures, codes and statutes, things like that? It will help you understand the nature of your world. Many people, especially in the last 10 years or so, have been confused as to the magnitude of events sweeping across the planet. Ever since 9/11 and all the wars and the perpetual war on terror initiated and directed by the United States, we've seen collapses of countries, massive changes and collapse of social structure and economic and political structures throughout the world. We've also seen essentially the collapse of what we thought growing up here in America was what the United States or America was supposed to be. We don't live in the America that we grew up in and with 20, 30, 40, or 50 years ago. It has been completely transformed in the last 15 years, and most people don't understand why. There are many people seeking to have that understanding, and this is what our GEM courses and our entire membership and our entire society is built around, to provide you with the insight and, most importantly, the integration of the component parts to achieve that awareness and that insight as to really what is going on in this world, what is driving the collapse of the American system, what is driving and what is underneath and fundamental, foundational to the collapse of the world economic and monetary systems. What are the solutions? What can we do as a small group of people, or you even as an individual, to be a directive force or a directive principle to change the direction our world is going? We have a tremendous amount of collapse of environmental systems. What is behind that? How does that relate to the monetary, banking, economic, and political structure based on the history of this world that is driving an ecocide on a planetary scale? We do have the answers to that. We would invite you to come into our society, come into GEMSTONE University, and have access to literally hundreds and hundreds of years of combined research. My personal research has spanned 50 years, 25 of which have been focused on these subjects of history, law, money, the world system. We have members who have also been studying this for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, sometimes even 30 years and more. We have strategic alliances with other groups around the world that have been studying these subjects and other very important subjects like technologies and disruptive systems to move the destructive direction that we've been going in as a world into a sustainable world. So we have networked with those systems throughout the world and throughout America to bring you the best of what we can provide on an educational basis for yourself, your family, your children, your friends, your networks, and to provide you with a basis to understand the points that I'm bringing up. So that's the GEM courses. That's level 1. It's what we consider our undergraduate level. The next level of what we have in GEMSTONE University is our premium courses, of which there are 2. They address 2 primary areas of what the advancing student or member would want to achieve in their life. The estate structure is how to create what we have defined as a multi-level, multi-jurisdictional strategy to hold any purpose or mission or direction that you would like to achieve in your business or in your organization, whether it's a humanitarian or environmental or technological based organization or association. It's essentially the same platform, the same model that we have built as the PanTerra Society. It is the most insulated and protected structure for asset protection, for organizational structure, and for implementing and directing a purpose or a mission in the world. The status correction course is an individual course. It has to do with our status. What is our status? Most people, in the way we have been designed and educated and directed by the world system, and specifically the United States system, which is the fulcrum point for the world system, simply stated, our status is one of impaired lack of standing. What does that mean? In short, it means that the United States is a corporation, and that corporation was put into bankruptcy in 1933. Subsequently, every nation in the world was converted into a similar corporation, and it too was put into bankruptcy. It was then channeled through the corporate body called the United States through Washington, D.C. in a world system. You individually, whether you're a born United States citizen, or you are naturalized as a United States citizen, or you are a citizen of Canada, Mexico, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, every nation in the world, you are a operating as a franchise of that national corporation that is bankrupt, and hence you are also bankrupt. Your status very specifically is you are the bonded surety to that franchise, meaning when money is created through the national corporation, whether it's United States through the Federal Reserve or the Central Bank of Europe, the Eurozone, or the Central Bank of any other corporate nation, through each individual franchise, those franchises are designed to create money, and that money is debt. When you have a debt, something is bonded to it to guarantee that debt. You are that guarantor. You are what's called a surety, bonded surety to that bankrupt franchise as part of a corporate national bankrupt corporation, which is channeled through the United States in a pyramid structure of a bankrupt corporate structure in the world. So all money is monetized debt. All the people are the bonded surety. We are the collateral for it. Our life force, our work, our property, our children, everything is the bonded, collateralized surety for a global debt system. That's why the world global system is collapsing, the economic system, because there's not enough now to keep doing that. We must shift fundamentally to a new world system. What we teach in the status correction is the basis of everything I've just described and how to correct that. Right now we are primarily focusing on the United States and the U.S. citizen and converting or changing that status to what we call a private American national. That goes back to the original jurisdiction before the corporate overlay in the whole bankruptcy that I've described. So in short, when you change your status, you now have standing and capacity to do something more effective and in more of a directive, controlled way from who you are and what you want to achieve for yourself, your community, your family, and our nation and the world itself. So those are our two premium courses. So we have level 1, our GEM, General Education Member Undergraduate courses. We have our premium courses, the estate structure, the status correction course, and the third level, which is really the global level. This is who and what we are as a collective society. Our intention, our purpose, and our mission is to bring forward our educated members and collectively, as well as through their own individual societies, missions, and so forth, be a force for change in this world. We have spent decades, collectively speaking, an aggregate of many tens or hundreds of years, gathering and networking a global system. We have relationships throughout the world, virtually on every continent, in most major cities, through the banking industry, through financial management, communication systems, data management, things like that. Our intent has been, and now we are stepping fully into a maturing system, to build a global system. We want the PanTerra Society and have built it to be a force of change. In that force of change, we are operating and expanding into a world networked system. We have many strategic alliances and partners in many fields: communications, data, banking, technology, projects, management, things like that, that are part of that third layer of the PanTerra Society. So we invite you, if you are interested, if this rings true for you, if you would like to explore this, to become a member, to enter in through the Join Now button here on the Gemstone page. There are very simple steps. You will be guided through that. Once you have become a member, because we're a private society, all of our education and our systems are available only to members. So once you've become a member, you will have access to all of that here within the GEMSTONE University site. We have recently published our master plan, which is available for you to read here. It will describe to you and give you a broader and more complete understanding of everything I've described here, to give you an informed basis whether or not you would like to become a member. If you choose to become a member, take the few simple steps through the Join Now button, and we look forward to seeing you here, joining with you, and moving forward in your education and our work together here to transform our world. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate your attendance, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.